sit on the throne as a God. That is the transition that many of us is not walking towards. You must leave the realm of an animal where you just have biological life to the realm of the celestial where you have heavenly life. Your Savior started from the what? Manger with animals. Just to tell you that is the transition you are supposed to take. At age 12, he has already seen that spiritual revelation that our brother talked about, revelation. He saw that he must go about his father's business. But he knew that if he goes about his father's business, just seeing that revelation was not enough. For good 18 years, he was studying theological knowledge, strategies. He wanted to ascend in authority. Authority is your right access to power. You are not the owner of the power. But you must position yourself to download this power. And the only way to get power is through submission. Tell your neighbor submission. If you have a problem submitting to authority or submitting to people that have gone ahead of you, your destiny will be long. You will suffer a long while on earth. Jesus Christ hasn't seen revelational power. He has seen what he was born to do. For 18 years, sir, this is the Son of God came to this world. 18 years he hid himself. Just like he said, what will change the world is not in the open. He did not start running. I must go about my father's business. He submitted himself to institutions. He became an apprentice. He became a carpenter. Working in his father's business. Because he is about to set up a business. You can't learn business by just jumping and saying, no, I have an idea. Everybody now wants to become an entrepreneur in Nigeria. Nobody wants to study another person. Two things. If you cannot become an employee, become a marketer. That is your way of supporting an existing business. Now, there are few vacancies for you to go and secure a job. But I can tell you there is one vacancy that every company will continue to have. What is it? Marketing. You can never have enough marketers. You can never have. And good enough, that was the business that Jesus Christ introduced everybody to. Go and market. I already have a product. If you are not ready to support my ministry, you won't go far. So it is wisdom to locate people that are running institutions that are likened to your vision and serve under them. Two principles that you must continue to use in your life. You must observe and you must serve. You can see they almost alike. You must observe and you must serve. When you observe to learn and you serve to earn. So it comes, observation must precede your earning. We don't learn enough. That's the simple truth. If your Savior spent 30 years learning, and you now want to say, okay, I have graduated from university where they taught you nothing. And you say, no, the labor market is before me. Now there is no job. No. It doesn't work that way. You must contribute to another person's success story. If you want to set up a bakery, start by selling other people's bread. I don't have money to set up a poultry. Go and start selling eggs first. Because a poultry man must sell the egg. Abi? So learn the skill of selling. And I've come to realize that in any value chain, the closer you are to people, the richer you are. So a marketer of egg will be richer than a farmer of egg if you are in the small scale. The closer you are to things, animals, the poorer you are in the value chain. Let's take agriculture as an example. The farmers that are planting plantain along when you are coming to Port Harcourt, do you know how much they are selling those bunch of plantain? and they will spend like 9 months to harvest one. You can just go there, buy from them. The same day, you will sell it ×3. Because you are the one that is closest to human beings. They are close to plantain. It's not. So the value is in men. The value is where? It's in men. So I will just try to put everything together so that you understand the business that we were created to do. Some people are unleashing wickedness in our world, but we have titled this conference to unleash what? Legacies. Without us unleashing legacies, I bet you this world, no matter the 24 hours of prayers and fasting, extend it to 30 days, to the whole year, pray, Nigeria will not change. What will change Nigeria? Your salvation of your soul will not change Nigeria. Salvation of your soul will guarantee you a place in heaven. It is the deployment of your soul that will save, that will bring about redemption to our nation. We are frustrating Jesus Christ. He's married to you, but he has not consummated the marriage. Is he not the groom? Are we not the bride? He has been cutting you with all the miracles, giving you all the miracles, so that you will say, yes, I do. Finally, Pastor Wisdom was able to also cajole you along with Jesus Christ to say, yes, I do. But ever since you say, yes, I do, Jesus Christ have not consummated his relationship with you. No, are you getting it? There is a fruit that God is looking for you. From your body, there is a fruit. Do you know what that fruit is? Your soul. And what that soul will be used for, I will be telling you in a moment. He told us clearly that as fathers, we are supposed to provide inheritance for our children. Is that not true? That is what fathers do. Genesis 1-25, God created all the resources. He never labored man. He was just creating all the resources that will sustain man. In 26, he said, and God said, then God said, meaning that certain things happened before he was making this statement. Then God said, let us create man. Let us make man. That is the word. Let us what? Make man. Tell your neighbor, God is in the business of making men. If you are not part of that business, you are in no business. Then God said, let us make men. So the title of my short exhortation is, let us make men. The first thing you have to understand from that statement, he said, let us. The business of making men is a collaborative work. And he told us, he said, with community you create wealth. God understood that when it comes to humanity, you will forever need unity to create prosperity in every community. You will forever need unity to create prosperity in every community. That is why I feel pain, because the only organization that can gather that community effort, that unity, is the church. But we are not even aware of what we are supposed to use our unity to do. This is the only organization, because when it comes to creation of unity, you don't do it in the earthly. You start to create unity in the spiritual. The spirit is only the spirit that is one. The spirit is one. So when you are looking for who to marry, you don't marry by what they have, their physiological beauty. You agree in the realm of the spirit, in the realm of vision. So when you want to know who can go far with you, it is not who like football. Football is in the realm of the physical. You are thinking of who has the same vision with you, because that is where you can forge unity. In the physical, we are so diverse. That is why we have all of our fingerprints are different. All of our faces are different. But do you know that our brain is the same white matter? Does anybody have a green blood here? So inside, we are more united. So the more you go inside of you, the more you can create unity. And the highest inside you can go inside of a human body is the spirit of a man. So you can only forge unity in the spirit realm. Praise the Lord. So let us see how this works, because this is very important. I told you that two principles that you must continue to observe in life. You must observe to learn, and you must serve to earn. Now, let's observe the physical creation that God built. To sustain your biological life on earth, there are three forces and planetary bodies that are working together. The sun, the moon, and the earth. They are the planetary bodies that sustain life on earth. Do you know what will happen if there is no sun? Do you think we can live without the sun? The sun powers everything on earth. Now the moon does not have its own light. But it is so important to the survival of human beings on earth. Do you know why? Without your moon, we will not have weather. When you have rainy season, without the moon, you cannot have it. Without the moon, the earth will not be stable as it's rotating around its axis. So, the earth is always tilted at an angle of 4 degrees to the geographical north. We call it the true north. The earth must maintain that axis of inclination for you to have life on earth. And scientists have found out that it is the moon that made the earth to be able to retain that constancy and that inclination. I'm going somewhere. Now, the earth is always revolving around the sun in the same elliptical orbit. If it dare move from that orbit 1 meter closer to the sun, we are all burnt. If it dare move another 1 meter outside of that orbit, we are dead. This is serious. So for biological life to be sustained on earth, these three things must be working in unison. The sun, the moon, and the earth to sustain your life. But that only applies to the life of animals, which you are part of it. You know you are a hybrid being. You have an animal nature that need to be sustained by these three things working together. But what happened to your spiritual life? Just as you have the sun in the solar system, there is also what we call the sun of righteousness. Anytime you wake up, before the light of the sun give you direction, let the light from the sun of righteousness empower your life. Before you see the light of the sun, you must have seen another life from the sun of righteousness. This explains why long while before day, Jesus will step aside. Long while before daybreak, he must get his direction straightened out for that day. Because once the sun gives you light, it shows you too many things, sir. You are facing division, not vision. But the sun of righteousness will show you revelation. Now, we have known what is replacing the sun in the solar system. That is Jesus Christ, the Son of righteousness. What replaces the moon? Tell your neighbor, your moon is your spirit man. The moon is your spirit man. Remember, the moon has no light of its own. It must reflect the light of the sun. Your spirit man has no light of its own. It must reflect the light from the sun of righteousness. And when it does, the Bible said, the spirit of a man is the candle of who? Have you read that again? Is the candle of who? It's not the candle of man. Your spirit is what? The candle of the Lord. Do you know the problem? Many of men's candle is not lighted. And when your candle is not lighted, you cannot search the matters that are covered, which our brother talked about. You need your spirit man to be lighted by the sun of righteousness. It is the rays from the sun of light that light up your spirit man. Please, this is one of the things you must do with the rest of your life, to light up your spirit man. If you don't, you will only just be searching. It says search the scriptures because you think in them you find life. They always speak and testify of Christ. All I am sharing with you now, I did not read it from anywhere. It is just by observing that long while before daybreak and meditating that you come across. It said, true wisdom, a man having separated himself, intermeddled with all wisdom. So I can stay like this for a whole year without anybody preaching to me. And anytime you wake me up, you will think that I'll be learning from all men. Everything he said now was of the Spirit. You can say I'm repeating everything. I didn't know that we'd meet him here. Because when the day break, the radio frequency of Jesus Christ will start broadcasting. Anybody that is able to tune in will catch the frequency. Because the Spirit is one. So you can stay in your bedroom and catch what Oyedepo is catching. And what wisdom is catching. That is it. He's the Father of all spirits. So when your light, your candle is lighted, what happens? You are able to search the matters that pertain to you. There are matters that pertain to you. There is what we call the book of life. Everything that will happen in this world has been written somewhere, not in the Bible. The Bible captures most of them. It gives you the blueprint when you capture from that realm, because there are so many diverse spirits. You can go and capture another one. Are you getting it? Because there are some people's spirits that are also actually lighted, but not lighted by Jesus Christ. Do you know what? I just have to digress a little. Do you know